This is our next lecture for database management system. In today's lecture, we have to study distributed transaction. In that, we have to study what is transaction, distributed transaction, or transaction may different site, how transaction is accessed, transaction manager, what is transaction manager, what are the responsibilities of their transaction record coordinators are there. After that we have to study the transaction system architecture. Clear? Distributed transaction. Without wasting our time, we will start with the distributed transaction. Some key points are there. We go through it first and then we will see in details one by one. Okay. Transaction may access data at several sites. Clear है? We can use several sites. We can access data from several types using the distributed transaction. Each site has a local transition manager. Each site where we access the data have the local transaction manager which is responsible for maintaining a log for recovery purpose. First responsibility of transaction manager is maintaining a log for recovery purpose. Second is participating in coordinating the concurrent execution of the transaction, executing at that site. Okay. Next is each site has a transaction coordinator which is responsible for first is starting the execution of transaction that originate in at the site. Each site has a transaction coordinator which is responsible for first is starting like transaction manager. There is transaction coordinator also for each site. Okay, and which is responsible for first is starting the execution of transaction that originate at the site. To start the execution of transaction is responsible by the transaction coordinator. Second is distributing transactions at appropriate site for execution. Second responsibility is to distribute the subtraction at appropriate site for execution. Okay, and third one is coordinating the termination of each transaction that originate at the site, which may result in the transaction being committed at all site or aborted at all site. Clear? Here is the transaction system architecture. What is here? TC1 is there, TCN is there, which are transaction coordinators are there, and both TM1 and TN are transaction managers are there. Clear? Computer 1 and computer N. Suppose two computers are there. Okay, what happen? Transaction coordinator first computer transaction coordinator is follow the second computer transaction manager, and also second transaction coordinator manager follows to the transaction manager of first computer and vice versa. Clear? Also transaction coordinate the different access, provide different access to the data. Start the operation. We will look this architecture in detail here. We will go through detailed concept of distributed transaction. Then you will get the architecture also. Okay. Distributed transaction. A distributed transaction is set of operations on the data that is performed across two or more data repository, essentially databases. It is typically coordinated across separate nodes connected to by a network, but may also span multiple databases on a single server. What happens in distributed transaction? Distributed transaction is a set of operation. Okay, set of operation means multiple operations on the data that is perform access to or more databases, which can access multiple databases, right? It is typically considered across separate node connected by the network, or may also span multiple databases on a single server. It can be on a single server, or multiple nodes are there using the LAN and WAN. In both the cases distributed transaction is done. And how set of operation on data. Okay, there are two possible outcomes in distributed transaction. First one is all operations successfully completed, or none of the operations are performed at all due to failure somewhere in the system. Clear? Two possibility of outcome. If we operate all operations successfully completed, or second case is none of the operation are performed at all due to failure somewhere in a system. It can happen now, system get failure, right? The in the later case, if some work has completed prior to the failure, that work will be reversed to ensure so network was done. What happened in second case? If there is a failure in a system, right? If some work was completed prior to the failure, before failure some work is done, then then that work will be reversed to ensure no network was done. Clear? This type of operation is compliance with the ACID: atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Principle of database Principle of databases that ensures data integrity, right? ACID is most ACID is most commonly associated with transaction on a single database server. Principle of database that ensures data integrity. ACID means A for atomicity, C for consistency, I for isolation, and D for durability, is most commonly associated with transaction on a single database server, but distributed transaction extend that guarantee across multiple databases. Clear, everybody? The operation known There are two possible outcomes are there, right? All the operations successfully complete, or none of the operation are performed at all to a failure somewhere in a system. In the latter case, if someone if some work has been completed some work has been completed prior to the failure, that work will be reversed to ensure no network was done. This type of operation is a compliance with the ACID: atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability principle to databases that ensures data integrity. Acidity is most commonly associated with transaction on a single database server, but distributed transactions extended that guarantee across multiple databases. The operation the operation known as a two-phase commit to PC is a form of distributed transaction. XA transaction are transactions using the XA protocol, which is one implemented of a two-phase committed operations. The operation known as a two-phase commit, okay, 2PC is there, short form, is a form of distributed transaction. XA transaction are transactions using a XA protocol, okay, which is one implemented to the two-phase committee operations. Clear? Here is the diagram, implementation of the distributed transaction. This is the diagram. There is resource 1, resource 2 is there, and one application is there. What happened when buses distributed transaction, then what happen, ask resource 2 to prepare the commit. Okay, when get the resource to acknowledge for preparation, when get the acknowledgement from second, then ask resource 2 to commit. Okay, then also resource 2 acknowledge the commit, and then only receives transaction acknowledgement. Clear? What happened here, resource 1 resource 2 is there. First application send bus distributed transaction request to the resource 1, which transferred towards the resource 2 by resource 1, asked to resource 2 to prepare the commit. Okay, then after receiving the acknowledgement from resource 1, resource 2 send the acknowledgement to resource 1. Okay, then after receiving the acknowledgement from resource 2, receive resource 1 ask to resource 2 to commit. After receive acknowledgement for commit from resource 2 to resource 1, then resource receives the transaction acknowledgement. Okay, and forward it to the application. Okay, diagram for distribution transaction. A distributed transaction spans multiple databases and guarantee data integrity. How do distributed transaction work? Distributed transaction have the same processing completion requirement as regular databases transactions, but they must be managed across multiple resources, making them more challenging to implement for database developers. The multiple resources add more point of failure, such as the separate software system that run the resources. Example, the database software, the extra hardware server, and network failures. These make distributed transaction subsequently to failure, which is why safeguard must be put in place of retained data integrity. What happen while transaction is working? Distributed transaction have the same processing completion requirements as the regular transactions. Okay, but they must be managed across multiple resources, making them more challenging to implement for database developers. Okay, the multiple resources add more points of failure, such as the separate software system that run the resources, the extra hardware server, and network failures. These make distributed transactions subsequently to failures. Why safeguard must be put in place to retain data integrity. Okay, for a distributed transaction to occur, transaction managers coordinate the resources, either multiple databases or multiple net on a single database. The transaction manager can be one of the data responsibility that will be updated as a part of transaction, or it can be a completely independent separate resource that is only responsible for coordination. The transaction manager decides whether to commit a successful transaction or roll back an unsuccessful transaction, the latter of the which leaves the database unchanged. What happens for a distributed transaction to occur? Transaction managers coordinate the resources, either multiple databases or multiple nodes of a single database. The transaction manager can be one of the data repositories that will be updated as a part of transaction or it can be completely independent separate resource that is only responsible for coordination. The transaction manager decides whether to commit a successful transaction or roll back an unsuccessful transaction, the latter of which leaves the database unchanged. First, an application requests the distributed transaction to the transaction manager. The transaction manager then branches to one each resource, which will have its own resource manager to help it participate in distributed transactions. Distributed transactions are often done in two phases to safeguard against partial updates that might occur when a failure is encountered. The first phase involves acknowledging an event to commit or a prepare to commit phase. After all resource acknowledged, they are then asked to run final commit and then transaction is complete. What happened? As I said earlier, applications send the requests to the first resource for distributed transaction, then first resource send request to the resource for prepared to commit, then after resource to send acknowledgement to the commit to resource 1, then after receiving the acknowledgement for commit from source 2 to source 1 send the ask resource to ask resource to commit. Okay, first ask for prepare, then resource to commit. After receiving the acknowledgement commit from the resource 2 to resource 1, then resource transfer that to receive transaction acknowledgement for the application. Okay, and then transaction is completed. We can examine a basic example of what happens when a failure occurs during a distributed transaction. Let's say one or more of the resources become unavailable during the prepare to commit phase. Then the request timeout. The transaction manager tell each resource to delete the prepare to commit status and all data will be reset to its original set. If instead any of the resources become unavailable during the commit phase, then the transaction manager will tell the other resources that successfully commit their portion of the transaction to undo or roll back that transaction, and once again the data is back to its original state. It is then it is It is then up to the application to retrieve the transaction to make sure it is get completed. What happens when we send the message to the resource 1 to resource 2, or number of resources as there while processing, if their resource become unavailable becoming the preparation of commit, then what happen, the transmission transition manager tell all the resources to delete that prepare to commit status and data will be restart to its original phase. Okay, all the data is roll back and come to the original state. Okay, why do you need distributed transaction? Distributed transactions are necessary when you need to quickly update related data that is spread across multiple databases. Okay, distributed transactions are necessary when you need to quickly update related data that is spread across multiple databases. For example, if you have multiple streams of track customer information and you need to make a universal update like updating the mailing address across all records, the distributed transaction will ensure that all records get updated, and if a failure occurs, the data is reset to its original state, and it is up to the original application to resubmit the transaction. Okay, why we need the distributed transaction? When we need to quickly update the related data that is spread across multiple database, that time we need the distributed transaction. Example for distributed data transaction is if you have multiple systems that track customer information and you need to make a universal update, then across all records, a distributed transaction will ensure that all records get updated. Okay, and if a failure occurs, the data is reset to its original state and is up to the originating application to resubmit the transaction. Clear? After that, distributed transaction for streaming the data. Distributed transaction for streaming data. Distributed transactions are especially critical today. Distributed transaction for streaming data. Distributed transactions are especially critical today in data streaming environment because of the volume of incoming data. Even a short-term failure in one of the resource can represent a potentially large amount of lost data. Sophisticated stream processing engineers support exactly one processing in which a distributed transaction covers the reading of data from the data source, the processing and the writing of data to a target destination. The data sync, the exactly one term refers to the fact that every data point is processed and there is no loss and no duplication. Contrast this to at most once which allow data loss and at least once which allows duplication. In an exactly one streaming architecture and resource architecture, the repositories for the data source and data link must be compatible to support the exactly one guarantee. In other words, they must be a functionally in those repositories that lets the stream processing engine fully recover from failure, which does not necessarily have to be a true transaction manager but delivers a similar end result. Stream processing. Stream processing is the practice of taking action on a series of data at the time the data is created. Historically, practitioners use real time processing to talk generally about that was proceed as a frequently we need. Processing technologies. Stream processing is the practice of taking action on a series of data at the time the data is created. Clear, by creating a data streaming process is taking action on a series of data. Okay, historically, data practitioners use real time processing to talk generally about data that was processed as frequently as necessary to a particular use case. But with the advent and adoption of stream processing technologies and framework coupled with decreasing pieces for RAM, stream processing is used in more specific manner. Stream processing often entails multiple tasks on the incoming series of data, which can be performed serially in a parallel or both. This workflow is refers to a stream processing. Okay, what happens in stream processing? Uh, when data is created, then stream processing taking action on the series of data, and stream processing often entails multiple tasks on incoming series of data which can be performed serially in parallel or both. This workflow is referred to as a stream processing pipeline, which includes the generation of the stream data, the processing of the data, and the delivery of a data to a final location. Okay, actions Actions that stream processing takes on data include aggregations, example calculations such as sum, mean, standard deviation, analytics, example predicting a future event based on patterns in the data, transformation, changing a number into a date format, enrichment, okay, and invest in ingation, okay. The input data enters the stream processing engine, the output of the application. Here see the diagram. Input data enters the stream processing engine and then given to the output is given to the application. Like stream processing allow application to respond to new data event at the memory they occurred. In this specified example, input data pipeline is processing by the stream, okay, processing engine. In real time, the output data is delivered to a stream analysis application and added to the output stream. Stream processing versus batch processing. Okay, historically, data was typically processed in batch based on the schedule on or some predefined threshold. Example, even night at 1 a.m. every 100 rows or every time the volume reaches 2 megabytes. Okay, but the piece of data has accelerated and volume has belonged, and there are many use cases for which each processing simply does cut it. Okay, the stream processing has become a must have for modern applications. Enterprises have returned to technologies that responds to data at the time at which it is created for a variety of use case and applications, examples of which we'll cover below. Okay, stream processing allow application to respond to new data events at the moment they occurred rather than grouping data and collecting it some predetermined intervals. Okay, predetermined intervals. At least batch processing, stream processing applications collect and process data immediately as they are guaranteed. Stream processing allows the application to respond to new data event at the moment they occurred rather than going data and collecting it at the some determining the predetermined interval. Okay, how does it work? Stream processing is often applied to data that is generated as a series of events, okay, such as data from IoT sensors, payment processing system, and server and application log. Common paradigm include publisher subscriber, commonly referred to as pub and subsource. Okay, server and application log. Common paradigm includes the publisher subscriber, commonly referred to as a pub sub, okay, and source and sink. Data and events are generated by the publisher or source and delivered to a stream processing application where the data may be augmented instead against fraud detection algorithm or otherwise informed before the application send the result to a subscriber or sink. On the technical side, common sources and sink include Apache Kafka, big data repositories such as Hadoop, TCP, Sacket, and in-memory data grid as a Hadoop. You, example use cases typically involve event data that is generated by some actions and upon which some action should immediately occur. Common use cases for real-time stream processing include real-time fraud and anomaly detection. One of the world's largest credit card providers have been able to reduce their fraud write-downs by $100 per year million per meter thanks to fraud and anomaly detection powered by stream processing. Credit card processing delays are detrimental to the experience of both the end customers and the store attempting to process the credit cards. Okay, historically, credit card provide perform real-time operations. Historically, credit card providers perform their time-consuming fraud detection processes in a batch manner post-transaction. With stream processing, as soon as you swipe your card, they are able to run through algorithm to recognize and block fraudulent charges and trigger alter for autonomous charges that merit additional inspection without making their non-front customer wait. Internal to things, IoT edge analytics companies in manufacturing, oil and gas, and transportation, as well as those architecting small cities and small buildings, leverage stream processing to keep up with data from billions of things. An example of IoT data analysis is detecting anomalies is manufacturing that include problem need to get fixed to improve operation and increasing field. With real-time stream processing, a manufacturer may recognize that a production line is turning out too many anomalies as it occurs. They can recognize use saving and prevent massive waste by pausing the line from immediate repairs. Hazelica's jet is an example of stream processing engine that will enable exactly once processing the source and sink that do not inherently have the capabilities to support distributed transaction. This is data point in a question encounters a failure that built-in logic allows more types of data report responsibilities such as Apache Kafka and JMS to be used as either source or sink in business critical streaming or application. When distributed transactions are needed in some environment, distributed transactions are not necessary and instead extra auditing activities are put in place to ensure data integrity when the speed of transaction is not an issue. The transfer of money across bank is a good example. Each bank that participates in money transfer tracks the status of the transaction and then when the failure is detected the imperial state is corrected. This process works well without distributed transactions because the transfer does not have to happen in real time. Distributed transactions are typically critical in situations where the complete update must be done immediately. Okay, local transaction managers responsible. A distributed transaction is a transaction but updates data on two or more networks computer system. Distributed transaction extended the benefit of transaction to application that must update distributed data immediately. Robust distributed application is difficult because these applications are subject to multiple features, including features of the client, the server, and the network connection. between the client and server, the absence of distributed transaction, the application program itself must delete the recover from these features failures. Note many aspects of the distributed transaction are identical to a transaction whose scope is a single database. For example, a distributed transaction provides predictable behavior by enforcing the ACID properties that define all transactions. For distributed transactions, each computer has a local transaction manager. When a transaction does work at multiple computers, the transaction manager interact with other transaction managers via either a superior or subordinate relationship. These relationships are relevant only for particular transaction. Each transaction manager performs all the enlistment, prepare, commit and abort sale for its enlist resource managers. Okay, usually those that resides of the particular computer. Resource manager manages precedent or durable data and work in cooperation with the DTC to guarantee autonomicity and isolation and application. In a distributed transaction, each participating component must agree to commit a change action such as a database update before the transaction can occur. The DTC performs the transaction coordination role for the component involved and act as a transition managing manager for each computer that manages transactions. When committing a transaction that is distributed among several computers, the transaction manager sends prepare, commit, and abort message to all its subordinate transaction managers. In the two-phase commit algorithm for the DTC, phase 1 involves the transaction manager requesting each enlisted component to prepare to commit. In phase 2, it all successfully prepared the transaction manager broadcast the commit decision. In general, transaction involve the following step: application call application call the transaction manager to being a transaction. When the application has prepared its changes, it asks the transaction manager to commit the transaction, and transaction manager keep the sequential transaction log so that its commit or abort decision will be durable. If all components are prepared, the transaction manager commit the transaction and let log is cleared. If any component cannot prepare, the transaction manager broadcast an abort decision to all elements involved in the stage transaction. While a component remains prepared but not committed or aborted, it is in doubt about whether the transaction committed or aborted. If the component or transactions manager fails or reconciles in double transaction it reconnects. When a transaction manager is a doubt about the doubt about the distribution transaction, the transaction manager queries the superior transaction managers, the root transaction managers, also refers to as a global commit coordinator. It is the transaction manager on the system that initiates a transaction and is never in doubt. It, if an in doubt transaction persists for long, the system administrator can force the transaction to commit the abort. Okay, transaction coordinator. Transaction coordinator is responsible for a real estate transaction involving involve many moving parts, people, contract, and deadlines. This can be a lot for a busy agent to manage of their own, and as a result, deadlines slip, leading or delayed closing. This is where transaction coordinators step in to manage every step of the closing and provide clear communication to all parties involved. What does a transaction coordinator do? In most cases, transaction coordinators are responsible for managing each step and parity involved in closing. Their tasks include in screw management, planning and coordinating inspection and repair communicating with all paid parties in the transaction. Third is reviewing all documents for accuracy and ensuring that they are submitted in timely manner. Scheduling and coordinating the closing process. Next is managing paperwork and deadlines. Transaction coordinator aim to make the agent and housing customers' life as easy as possible during a closing. They will ensure nothing through the cracks so the agent can do what they do best. Work with more housing customers. Read on to see how you can most effectively work with the transaction coordinator to make them closing as much smooth as possible. Understand expectations. Transaction coordinator can work for a brokerage or a team or work independently and are hired individually by agent. When an agent is hiring a transaction coordinator, make sure to understand all expectations from very party before beginning the transaction. What costs are involved? What does the transaction coordinator expect out of each party? How often can you expect communication from the transaction coordinator? How will they communicate with each party? What task will the transaction coordinator take care of, and what do they expect from the agent and the service providers? They all are important things to understand prior to the closing so that all priority parties are aware of their responsibility and can make them closing process go as smooth as possible. It can become it can become easy to miss the deadline and detail when all the parties are not on the same page. Clear communication from the transaction coordinator and from all parties in the transaction is the best way to ensure everything is completed accurately and on time. Reduce administrative tasks. On average, using a transaction coordinator can save an agent 50 to 20 hours of administrative work per transaction. Agents have extremely busy schedule showing houses interaction with clients and making sales. It can be difficult to keep up with the paperwork and administrative work behind every closing as a busy agent. This is where transaction coordinators step in to reduce that workload for agent and provide a better experience for housing consumers. Transaction coordinator take multiple tasks of an agent plate during a closing. They will keep calendars to keep track of all deadlines and make sure everything is completed on time. They complete paperwork, ensure documents are signed by all the appropriate parties and check contract for accuracy before being submitted. With the time with the time saved in each transaction, this gives an agent more time to find clients and close even more deal, bringing more businesses to the transaction coordinator, a win-win situation for both parties. Streamline every closing and reduces the stress involved in the parties. When you hire a transaction coordinator ensures that everything is completed accurately and on time in every time, with multiple steps in closing, and just as make parties to make manage to complete these steps, it can easily become overwhelming. Transaction coordinators are closing experts and know exactly what steps to take to streamline the closing and take stress off of everyone involved. Transaction coordinator aim to put out fire before they happens by staying on top of the deadline, monitoring each party's progress, and checking every document for accuracy. By keeping clear communication throughout the process, transaction coordinators keep all parties informed on every step, what need to be completed and what has already been completed. This keeps the guesswork out of the closing and gives peace of mind to both agent and housing customers. Keep everything in a one place. Reti 360 offers a free and more easy to use solution to keep every step of the transaction in one place and accessible to all parties. Transaction coordinators can use the web and mobile platform in order to keep agents, brokerage service providers, and housing customers connected one easy to use workflow. Shared calendars, document management, and simple task reminder are prepared of what make Reddit 360 unique and the perfect solution for transaction coordinator and saves them 40% of their time. Using Reddit 360 gives all parties a clear view of each step of the process and ensures everyone is informed at all times. The housing customer know they are clear to choose one each step, reduce stress on all parties, and streamline the transaction coordinator process with the Reddit 360. This is all about the distributed transaction. Now we are going to stop here. Thank you for today's lecture.